Tourism Ohio Director Mary Cusick and her entourage had their first tour of Ashtabula County on Thursday, September 17th. They started, appropriately enough, at the Tourist Information Center on I-90 coming into the state, followed by a visit to Township Park. Their host was State Representative John Patterson. There was also time at a Giddings Law Office in Jefferson, Smolin Covered Bridge, Bridge Street in Ashtabula, and Spire in Harpersfield. Cusick was impressed with what she saw at Township Park. Okay, so you've been Director of Tourism for what, like since December 2013, is that right?
Yes,
something like that?
I came during the holidays at the end of December in 13. So come this December, I will have been doing the tourism work for about 2 years. But this is my first opportunity to get to come, since I've been in this position, to visit this part of our state.
But I take it you've been to various parts of the state before this?
I do get to travel around the state. And
you must like to travel.
It is fun to travel, and it's fun to bring fresh eyes and explore in my very own home state. So just like here, this part of the state, northeastern Ohio, is a really important part of the economic impact for tourism in the state. Then this particular part of northeastern Ohio is an especially interesting treasure and gem that I think a lot of people just need to discover.
Yeah, we were waiting for you. A group of bicyclists from Toronto came through, and they were enthralled with it. They're riding around Lake Erie, starting near Toronto.
So yes, we're standing right here on the beach at the D-Day reenactment site.
Yeah.
And there's nothing not to like. It is a beautiful day. It is perfect. And just the scenery and the scope and the access to the water, it's inspiring being here.
Now, where are you from in Ohio?
My hometown is a farm in Delaware County, Ohio,
okay.
Right in central Ohio.
Okay. So the Tourist Information Center, one thing that's been a problem here is that, like, and I imagine it's other parts of the state, is the idea that people, like the Railroad Museum, the County Historical Museum, has to pay to put pamphlets out there. And I guess there was, I don't know if this has to do with you or it's ODOT problems with like putting signs up. I guess it took a lot of work to get signs up on I-90 saying Lake Erie Beach here, that kind of stuff.
So when it comes to the tourist information centers, I think we have a lot of opportunity to present them even better. They're a real first impression when
Yes.
you come to our state. And the tourism team here does a wonderful job of promoting this part of the state. Right now the distribution is pay to be distributed, but we were talking earlier today, a great group spent time with me there, giving me some insight on how we might do it differently. Maybe there are some ways we can partner and make local information available in a way that isn't available to them now.
I've driven from into New York State, and there's the big with people in there ready to answer your questions and all, and then you go into Pennsylvania and you have the same kind of thing. So it's nice to have that sort of thing in Ohio as well.
And it's hospitality. It's a first impression of our state and who we are and what matters to us. And having a really welcoming, wonderful experience there that could open up minds to the kinds of things there are to do in Ohio, that would be a really good thing to be able to do.
I was just read yesterday, a website had the 12 most beautiful places in Ohio. And I don't want you to say it's here because you're just here, but tell me some of the best places you think in Ohio that people should go visit.
Honestly, this is akin to drinking wine. My favorite's the one I'm having. So my favorite is where I am. And the one of the best things about this particular part of Ohio is that a lot of people don't know about you, and they haven't gotten to spend time here. So I think there's tons of opportunity for me to help tell the story, because we need to promote Ohio all through this region and ultimately throughout the country. And as we do that, people want to know about something they haven't already heard about. So this is a wonderful treasure, and it's a pleasure to get a chance to promote this part of the state. This is our gift in Ohio, and it can be a challenge, or we can see it as a competitive advantage, and that is the diversity. So right here in this county, the diversity of agriculture and things like local food farms and maple syrup,
Right.
and you fish here. So you even have, from the lake to my lunch. So there are so many wonderful attributes that are authentic and representative of really new tourism right here in this county, that there is lots of opportunity to talk about it.
How much traveling do you do in your job?
I could travel every day in every way. So it is a balance to weigh getting what I call the real work done, promoting the state and campaigns and media buys and social media and just managing all of our taxpayers' money to promote Ohio the best we know how, and getting out and getting to meet really wonderful tourism professionals and volunteers such as the ones you have here.
What is the tourist budget in Ohio? You know?
In Ohio, and thanks to the legislators here, such as Representative Patterson, who invited me to come today and helped organize, we have stable funding in Ohio. It's about $10 million a year, and it's based on state sales tax that come from tourism segments, such as restaurants and hotels. So the wonderful thing is we can be much more competitive because we can manage the money consistently, not just manage the money based on fiscal bienniums for the state of Ohio. So they've done really great work to see that we're better funded.